Good morning, traders. Start of a big week coming up. Are you sitting comfortably? Welcome back to the Trade Spotting channel. It's great to see so many people here, or it was. Apparently we've got not viewers at the minute. Maybe there's a mistake. I shall quickly check if there's been a mistake. Public, on. Alright, it says we're live. It says we're live and kicking, so it must be true. Even if the internet tells me otherwise. Can I get a shout out in the chat box to I know that this is actually happening? Is this just a dream? Or is this real life? Let's go, Luke Spears, thank you very much. Okay, now we can get started. I am excited. It's a big week. It's a pivotal week in the world of Gamestop, or as we affectionately call it, GME. If you're just tuning in, buckle up, fucklehead. We've got a wild ride ahead. First off, let's talk about the return of the one and only, the legend himself, Roaring Kitty. That's right, our favourite feline financial guru back in the chair. And holy shit, I mean, Keith, I'll get you a new chair if you need one. Yep, he's not just dipping his toes in, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. Can we get a virtual round of applause for that kind of commitment? I mean, who else would make us feel so bullish with just a few meows and a really shit line chart? Holy shit, that chart, by the way. Fucking total bollocks. Brilliant move. Now let's address the elephant in the room, big fat elephant. This is a big week for options. I know some of you are probably feeling like you're about to take an exam in a subject that you've not studied for. Whew. But remember, we're all in this together, and if you're feeling nervous, just think of options like ordering a fancy steak at a restaurant. You're expecting it to be great, but there's a chance it might be shit and have cooked it in the same pan as something fishy. Unfortunately, you can't just send it back. Let's deep dive into the nitty gritty. This week, some huge open interest in the options market. Oh, fuck. This isn't just a regular week. It's like the Super Bowl, the World Series, and the finale of your favourite TV show all rolled into one. And just like any good finale, there's going to be some plot twists. So whether you're holding calls, or puts, or just watching from the sidelines, keep popcorn ready. Let's talk about why we're all here. GME isn't just a stock, it's a movement. You're part of it. We are testament to the power of individuals coming together to challenge the status quo. It's a bit like sticking it to the man and proving that with a little bit of research, lots of conviction, and a community of like-minded individuals, you can make a difference. It's like the early days of the GME saga, back when we were all glued to our screens watching these insane price movements and trying to explain to our friends and family why we're so obsessed with a shitty video game retailer. Well, those days are far from over. We're still completely obsessed, and we're writing the next chapter now. So if you're feeling a bit stressed, take a moment to lighten things up. Imagine, again, having to explain this whole situation to someone from the past. There's this store. It sells video games, less and less of them, to be honest. People on the internet decided it was worth a lot more than Wall Street thought. And there's this guy called Roaring Kitty leading the charge. He's back in his seat, as we say. It's a little worn, but he's back there. It might sound like the plot of a crazy movie, but it's our reality. And that's what makes this so exciting. We're heading into this week now. Markets will open in 28 minutes. Remember, stay informed, stay calm, and most importantly, stay connected with each other. This community is our greatest strength. Share your thoughts, ask your questions, and support one another. We've come this far together. No matter what happens, we're all part of something truly special. So, like I say, buckle up, fuckleheads. Welcome to the start of an incredible week. Whether we're riding to the moon or just taking a little scenic detour through the stars, let's do it with the same passion and camaraderie that brought us here in the first place. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll look back on this moment and laugh. Until then, keep the faith, keep the fun, keep the head, keep the focus. To the moon, job seekers, to the moon! Spar, what's happening pre-market? Don't disappear like that. Pick it up in the chat box, people. Pick it up. We've got 144 viewers. If everyone was sending a message a minute, that would be 144 messages per minute. How many messages per minute are we getting? 10. That's gash. You're going to have to try harder. Pick it up. Pick it up. Fuckleheads. The fuck is this? Know what I mean? Alrighty, keep me in a good mood. I'll keep you guys in a good mood. This is price action on Gamestop on the 1 minute chart. Here's the high. This is a bit of a drastic move down. Prices have come back to a previous low. If we go to the 15 minute, this is staggeringly high time frames here. You can see the price came up, test this area. Retrace back down below what would be considered an important trend line. Bing. And you'll want it white. Bong. And it found resistance on the top side. There's a little bit of a gap. This morning, pre-market, you can't fill a gap pre-market. You can create another island in price though. And leave a gap to the top side. At 28.95, that gives us 70 cents back down again to the price at close, which you can see here, regular hours. You've slipped below that trend line and you've not yet found a rejection away from it, nor have you tested the previous low that was really guarding the top side of that gap, but you have got your own gap in previous price action to look to here, the start of pre-market moving up. Finding a rejection at that trend line, you're hardly going to get back into the previous chart formation when the markets aren't even open. Low liquidity, high risk at this area. Very likely there'll be a pause in price. Clearly your RSI is nowhere near as the previous highs here. If you're looking at it from this intermittent high, you've got bearish divergence. You're going to need waiting for your mates to turn up. Not everybody's got access pre-market. And a lot of different apps, well, they're limited in things they can do. Trading electronic hours between your customers there. Be looking at this, guys, thinking if it does move back to the top side and you get a proper bottom information, your Fibonacci itself needs to be white. We were on those awful charts that Mr. Kitties did. Let's recycle these lines. This one's already worked quite well. I mean, all of them are going to work well because they're mine, but let's go on up and recycle them. 236. 382, and it's also confluent with the level of resistance, so we're dropping it there. This guy was, whoops, the Fibonacci guy in the middle. We're taking him, borrowing him, 50% retracement, all well, good and interesting. Now we're going to take this guy, drop him on top side of the golden pocket, because I'm feeling optimistic, aggressively so, one might say. So that's what we're looking at here. There's also areas looking left that you would want to be aware of. I'm going to keep this guy here though. Now we're going to get rid of this because I don't need it on the charts blocking the view. And we're going to drop down again those 15 seconds. There it is. Oh, price. Lovely, lovely price. And you draw this on the top side and say here's this resistance level. It's a diagonal and it's on a 15-second time frame, so it's about as real as my LaFerrari at the moment, but I've got a lot of hope. A lot of hope. So this is what you're looking at, the retracement back against these moves. You can also draw a fib on here and you can say, yo, sputter, is that 236 important? Yes, sir. I can move this guy up, confluent with it then. Oh look, there was two there. Lucky us, now we can use the 382 as well. Is there another? Is it a magic line? Let me see, is there more? Holy shit, look, it's a Mary Poppins line, there's shitloads of them. Holy shit, there's more of them. Folks, it never stops, there's more and more of them. Look at this. A spoonful of sugar helps the price go up. Ah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, at the minute, you'd say it's held below a 236. This Fibonacci isn't valid. The price has not made a retracement, but it has come in and tested a previous low and bounced. So, does that bounce make it two significant levels? Well, if you do start pushing back above 29.50, holy sugars, 29 spot 69 is a 382 or 66. Let's just edit that so it's the 69 anyway. Okay, we're faking it till we make it, folks. 29.69. I prefer that number, so we're moving it there. Doesn't really matter where I put it. It's that I put the line there. And price thinks, well, all right, spotter said so. Right, so you need to get back into this previous level of sideways rather than skirting around these lows. What do you think, chat? Is this a good start to a show so far? Are we enjoying our Mondays? Yo, Toy BB, BMJ Shadow, Luke Spears, Jimmy Beats. Do you have tutorial harmonics in your Discord? And if so, how much do they cost? Thanks in advance. Hi, Jimmy Beats. Yes, I've got probably the world's greatest course on harmonics. It's free. Join the Discord. Ask Rocky Outcrop how you get access. Welcome to have you, Jimmy Beats. Good morning, traders. Good morning, Kieran. BMJ Shadow, Kieran's Ghost, Chris. Good to see you. Thick Thanos. Yo, I believe in magic. I can do some magic. Would you like to see some magic? Mr. Spooder Sense is tingling. Your Spooder Senses, have you seen Spooder Cat? He was only born 24 hours ago and he's already sticking it to the commies. Check live person Fred on Discord. I honestly don't feel like price will ever revert until the end of the week. Dog with hat. Price is doing what we said it would do already. Where is the live person? BMJ Shadow says. That's the question, BMJ. That's the big question. It's on 1,000 people's lips. Give it a few days, Dog with hat. Give it a few minutes. Thick Thanos gain. Alrighty, I'm down so much. Please, God, fix GME price. That's not funny. I am down so much. God. Mr. Godman, can you help me out, please? My position is a little fucked, and I need your help. Please, come down from above and fix my position. Yo, Dog with hat. Yo, Dog with hat. Tell us more about your position. I can feel rumblings in the ether. Things moving in the dark. Should be an interesting week. Hello, Methane. You big fart, you. You big fart. Who else is new here? Richard Bratt, number 7. B&J, number 6. Dr. Whom, Elementary Dear Watson. 345. Oh shit, too high. All these different numbers. And I've not seen an F7 among them. Lots of dead people. What is a Laguna like? 78. What is a Laguna like? 78. I think you mean, what is a llama? Llama, llama. Llama, llama, llama. What are you talking about? Wow, 1. You guys can count. This is impressive. Eh? So let's see the highs. Hi. Yep. Regular Thanos snap. If you don't say hi, then you're not a live person. Per market beat, live person Inc. receives 1.38 consensus target price from analysts. 1.38. Those are rookie numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Fucking 1.38. Fuck off. They're not getting my live person for 1 point. Are they trying to scam you? It's like when you go to Tenerife and there's like somebody behind a stall, recently arrived themselves, not on as luxurious as transport as you, and they try to sell you one of those pictures that have got sand and oil in them, where it all just runs down, and then when it gets to the bottom you have to turn it over so it'll run down the other way, and you're supposed to look at it and think that it's good, and you're like, how much is it? And they're like, let me just check. Let me just check how much this thing is, this one product I've got on my shelf. I'll just go and investigate. And he looks at you and he's like, I think I could get this off you for, get a good one spot 38 off you. And you're like, no, sorry, I have to go and speak to my mom first. I have to go and see my mom. Mom! Not sure I'd say big chance, Rory, but it could happen. It could happen. What's the question? That's interesting when you read the answer first. Much more exciting. Celtic Warrior for GME. You're right, thick Thanos. Undefeated Celts. After failing to hit the MACD line on the 15-minute, big chance of a retrace to 23.24. Then burger. Failing to hit the MACD on the 15-minute. What? What, sir? Rory, sir. MACD line. The MACD line itself is the thing that has to hit something, and it has to hit is the signal line, and hitting it doesn't mean anything. It has to go through it. It has to go through it from below the center line, and at the same time price has to be above the 200 period moving average, and that's only going to deliver you a move of 1.3% on a 15-minute time frame. Statistically, you'll only look for that to be successful. If you're talking a 30-minute, maybe you get 2+% on price, and a 57 to 66% likelihood of a successful trade outcome. How does he do it? How does this man know these things? What is going on? Is he even a real live person, or is this man some kind of robot? Yes, I'm a fucking robot now, bitches. Right, what are we saying here? Glitches, pardon my language. Yeah, so you're looking for crazy stuff there, Rory. You're looking for crazy stuff there. MACD, it speaks to momentum. Is price in an uptrend or a downtrend? It's the first question asked. Gone through the center line, cross from below. Talking 30-second time frame. Do you want to see on the 30-minute what it looks like? You've got your cross. That's not bad. You'd want your 200 pariad moving average on there. So Rocky Outcrop Toolkit, it does it all for you. And we can zoom in. We'll zoom in here. Turn off the drawing so it's really easy to see what's going on. Price is below that 200 period moving average. So it's a disqualifier. You cannot get that 2% move in price with any reliable degree of outcome. And instead, you're talking about coming up there and looking at it as resistance, looking for support then below, subsequently, and hoping for some bullish divergence. At that point, I'm leading you right down the truth, the path of destiny. And, well, let's be honest, right? I've already delivered you one invaluable trading strategy. It would be spoiling you to drop another, certainly one that works in sequence. So, if you'd like to know more, ask me in a way that tempts me to actually tell you. Ken, giving away all my secrets to crazy meme stock traders. You like, Spotter? Eh? Must be charity weeks. It must be charity week. 29.50. Who told you price would go there? I don't know. Did he Ken, Spotter? Who was it? Who was it, Spotter? Got better slightly divergent there. You would say it's a failure swing, but price needs to go back below center line. Breakdown. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I know what you're up to, and I'm not going to let you scam me anymore. Right? Chat box. What do you think of price pre-market? 14 minutes left to go. 14 minutes. Let's check up. Where did I miss you in the chat box? Let's get those chat messages picking up. I have to riff with you guys. Price will only do what I know it's already going to do. And so there's no creative surprises jumping out at me. Whereas you guys, you could say anything at any moment. Price is only going to do what I know already. But you guys could say anything. I believe in Lisbon. I believe in Lisbon. I believe in life person. Where are you from? You sexy thing. I'm going to start the show. Luke Spears, great start to the show. Yeah, you're damn tooting right. It is. It's amazing. It's an amazing start to the show. It's so good. You're right. It is amazing. I never truly enjoy Mondays, but as far as all Mondays go, it ain't so bad. Methane, you huge fart. This is a fucking brilliant Monday. Pick it up already. Look at price. It's now doing what we said it would do. Pick it up already, Methane. I want to see those smiles in the chat box. Technical analysis.school from BMJ. Good share. Good share. Message retracted from Mr. Rory Speed. What did you say, Rory? Rory, what did you do? Did you do a doo-doo? Much love, I'm on my way. Jimmy Beats, hurry up. Price action's really upset now. Look, Jimmy Beats said he's on his way, and then the hedgies start knocking it down. The hedgies have got their algorithms in the chat box, and if you say you're on your way, they'll smack it down. I have to quick talking, saying hedgies. I'll push the price up again. Look, hedgies. See? Price went up. Oof. Gap at 28, spot 22. There's a spooder cat. There is... Kitties, you'll be delighted to hear there's a spooder cat. He's really got his hairy ass on China at the minute. If it opens higher, whoop! I got some more living person people in my port from a few odd jobs this weekend. Wee! Good job, crack rock. Not that I know. I say the best way to buy a live person is not to buy a live person. And when the cops turn up, the SEC, and they're like, Spotter, you big bad evil person. What did you do, you big bad evil person? I'll say, fuck all guys. I'm allowed to express my right on stocks that I like. It's my constitutional freedom. No, it's not just a constitutional freedom. It's the fucking founding principle that America was built upon. That every man is an individual and can express himself as such. So if you're coming after me, I'll fucking tell you where to go, you fannies. I got some more living person too. I do every Friday. Look, Spears, a bit in trading view. Isn't it 27? Is it 27 though? The price is moving to the top side, and that is the direction of travel, yo. Matt Ponce, when Moas. Matt Ponce, Mr. Ponce. Mr. Ponce, he's first with price. You tell us, Mr. Ponce. Bitcoin, 69,420. You got me one. Oh, lovely. Bitcoin's been in a period of consolidation for 83 days. It's a record-breaking period of consolidation. It comes, as you would expect, after the halving, in that post-halving Bitcoin dirge. These things, sometimes they take time. Time is one of the ingredients, as any good chef or trader will tell you. That was the post-market close on Friday. Wouldn't qualify as a gap. So, Mr. Spears, you are correct. You are correct, Amundo. Wow, the energy, the enthusiasm, and price moving, all in one. It's enough to drive you insane. May even make methane enjoy Mondays. I don't like Mondays. Yep. That band, before they were big, they were in Dublin doing a little gig in a tiny little pub. Innit? My mum was there, and there's a funny story about that too. But I can't talk about it now, because it involves hard drugs and crime. Hard drugs and crime. And on to the 69th day, the Lord created stonks. Llama, Bitcoin Llama. Will it break to the top side? Dolly Llama. Whoa, we got a Dolly Llama. Got a holy Dolly Llama. The God of love, the holy Dolly Llama. And though I walk through the valley of shadow of the RSI, I shall fear no kitties. Hello, apes. Just chills close to my gate. Woo. I would literally sell a kidney, my house, my kids, and anything else I have if I could get GME for 1 spot XX. Woo! Lamoo! Well, you see, that's the problem, right? You'd need to have someone willing to buy your kidney, your house, your kids, and everything else, which is unlikely you'd find one person who's interested in all of that. So you would probably look for an agent, an intermediary. A good businessman is a good middleman, they say, but that's not really true in the 21st century. A good businessman is somebody who can slow the roll of economic progress so that they can sit in the middle collecting a margin for really adding no value, but instead delaying you from reaching your goals and targets. It's not about providing quality of service or longevity of it either. It's about making as much money as they can in every possible second. And if you can't beat them, join them. So support the show. I should be out here exploiting poor market participants with my extreme levels of knowledge, skill, and experience. But I decided to take a break. let them off the hook and instead help yourselves. Help yourselves with these insanely positive experiences. He does add a lot, so he does, Mr. Spotter. Aye. Do not fear me, KP. I bring wisdom. I am new to comment, been around the community since February 2021. Gregory Emil. Long time watcher, first time commenter. A big welcome to Gregory in the chat box. Everybody welcome Gregory. First time he's commented, so he's not been available for you to welcome him until now, which is brilliant. Now you can say, hello, old friend. It's great to meet you. And other strangely inter-contradictory but true statements. Reflects a lot of what we're seeing in Gamestop, isn't it? It can't be true, but it is. It must be wrong, but it ain't. Good morning, Purple Man. Yo, Ryan. Good to see you. Stuncuxy, wish I was there getting an Italian beef. Would it be Italian beef, though? Or would it be some sort of rushed job cooked with fish? Hey? You know, and you thought you'd play your safe side of the cup trade? You know? But what actually happens is you get delivered some fishy meat. I came here for the expensive stuff. What happened? GME to the moon. That's a good place for it, Rich. Richard White. Hi, Pertman. Hi. Everyone's being nice to each other. Hot Italian red sandwich does sound good, but it's only $8.15, so who the fuck is paying $8 for a sandwich? What's going on? Has it got that bad in America that a sandwich costs $8? Has it got that bad? Let me know if it's got that bad. Hotline Bling, Jamie. I think robot too, Rick. You know, if you were to consider live person as simply a chatbot, then maybe you wouldn't understand about the rollout of 5G, the progress of autonomous robots, and the fact that they're going to need to talk to you. I mean, you can try sticking ChatGPT in its fucking head, and that ain't going to work. You stick a live person up there, that thing's walking, talking, dancing machine. Right? You stick it in a hospital, it'll tell you everything you need to know at the point of entry, direct you to the right place, and even fucking take you there. You stick it in a hotel, it'll check you in and carry your bags. And that's like the low effort, easy peasy jobs. Truth is, eh? You know? And some people would look at live person and say, yeah. Why don't they have a call center? They've got partnerships with call center businesses. They're going to stick to their knitting, which is making the brain for robots, not fucking running the call center. Oh my God, some people are so stuck in the 20th century. It's absurd, right? It's absurd. I actually had to field these questions about call centers recently. And the truth is, don't buy the fucking thing, right? If you don't like live person, don't buy it. Don't come asking me why you should buy it. I don't fucking know, right? You try to get me in trouble. I know how this works. You ask me, why should I buy live person? The only answer you'll get from me is, don't fucking buy live person, right? Try to fucking stitch me up. You think I'm stupid? I know what's up. Live person's amazing. Don't buy it. Gyros is terrible. Top 5, I'm hungry. Same here, but it's $8 a sandwich, so forget about that. Nokia is doing stuff to prepare for 6G. Was watching their YouTube channel. Yeah, it is. Nokia is doing stuff to prepare for 6G, which will be wonderful. There's like no devices that are going to work on 6G. I want to buy your course, but I'm a bit scared. God Emperor. I mean, why are you scared? You're a God Emperor. The course is brilliant. It's a brilliant course. If you were to divide the cost by the number of hours, then you'd be getting a fucking amazing deal. If you were to instead think the course itself is free, but what you're paying for is the lifetime access to me and coaching until you're a profitable trader, then you'd say it's goddamn amazing value. He's one of the best retail traders I've ever seen. And alternatively, you could think of all of that as free, and instead it's a pass into a community of serious people who made the decision to walk forward, take that leap of faith, reach into the dark, and discover the treasure therein. You'll be surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals on a serious journey who've already benefited from shitloads of knowledge I've directed straight into that live person's brain. So there's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid of taking this course, how have you ever hit a long side buy in your entire life? You know, how can you ever hope to approach futures trading? It's like fucking dangerous as shit. How can you trade options? How can you ever expect to be a trader? Right now, it feels like I'm then, bam, bam, take that course, bam, bam. But I'll tell you what, if you don't take the course and you later ask me for help, and I have to spend 6 of every 10 hours telling you the stuff you've learned so far is stupid, then that's more than half of your time, and moving forward in the future will be wasted because of all the time you wasted before you took the course. So you can go out there and think, all this information is available for free on the internet, which it fucking isn't, because loads of it's stuff I created and Rocky Outcrop created that nobody else fucking knows about unless they've taken a course. So that's not possible. Price action, 28 spot 95, come back, test the 886. If it doesn't hold this area, then you're looking at a test of the top side of that gap, wherever it went to. Where did it go to? Where did the gap go? Oh, I turned it off. Shit, where is it? It's still here. Good. What was I talking about? Yeah, take the course. Take the course, see. If you fill your head up with stuff that's not true, and then I go to fill up your head with all the good stuff, then what will happen is we'll fill your head up all right, but it'll be cloudy and there'll be shit in it there. And instead what I'll have to do is I'll have to keep filling it up till I've actually reached the capacity of your head times 10x, just to wash away all the residual Turkish river mud. That's what'll happen. Is that what you want? Because that's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. The course comes with lifetime access to the course side of Discord, and you'll be part of a team. And that team is going to do some serious damage to the markets. I promise you, they're going to do some serious damage. Right, so that's it. Right, I could actually come up with a whole speech that's like tailored to the reasons, talking about what your inner hopes and dreams and desires are, and sell it on the benefits to you as opposed to the features. Right? Oh, let's try that. Right, the benefit is you'll stop taking shit trades, so you'll save loads of money. You'll have a strategic approach to your trading, so you'll understand what you're actually doing instead of just pretending, and you'll be able to articulate and communicate your actions to people who care about you so they don't think you're a total lunatic behaving like a dumbass. Look at price. Is it opened? Yes. Fuck, that was a big bang. There's a big bang on price as the door opened. What's a door? When's a door not a door? When it's streaming live on the internet and the algorithms are listening to what it's saying. That's not me. I'm not doing that. It's nothing to do with me. If the algorithms can't find Roaring Kitty, do they just go out spider style, try to find fucking anything? Here's the gap. They just go out spider style. Here, we'll find somebody talking about GameStop, and we'll just base our decisions off of the next person talking about it. That's a bounce. That's above a 236. Hold above that 236. No, I couldn't do it yet. Ooh. What does the momentum indicator say? Oh, it says that's a little bit dodgy still. Here comes the volume. Yep, there it goes. Come on, this is it. 28 spot 82. Markets are open. Let's go. You got your nose up there. You got your nose up there. You didn't hold this. This needed to be a bigger, stronger candle. You really would have wanted that above a 236. Then you would have had a previous abandoned baby. It would have been a 3-candle formation. At the minute, you're getting a rejection from that 236. Everything above it, a wick. Into the gap, my friends. Into the gap. We're here. We're here in the gap. I can't believe it. We're here. We're here in the gap. Oh my God. We're in the gap. Guys, we're in the gap already. Oh no. Right, I want you to do this here, right? And you'll see where it would slow. And there it is, slow in that area. And here's the next area. Slow. Oh, look, there's a line there. Well, we'll borrow that. Boom. And there, we've borrowed it. Recycle, reuse, replace. Here, this gap, is this gap actually on the gap? Let me triple check. Yes, it is, Sputter. Okay, Sputtel, what's happening? It's up 0 spot something today. Would you believe it? It's up today. Ugh. Here, you see this moving on the right? Do you see that? Do you see what I just saw? Let's see if I see it again. No. Sus! That's fucking sus. Tracebone, can you move the video window so we can see the prices? Yeah. I can. Prices are up here, above my head, you dummy dum. You dum-dums, guy. Prices are there. 28 there, you dum-dum. Oh, you mean these prices? Sorry, I'm the dum-dum. Your face is covering the prices. Hanzo, that's a good point there. We should change that because my face is worth a whole lot more than the 28 blabs. That's what I'd say. Or the 27. Where are we now? 27.77. Good morning, Captain Jack Daniels. So I moved it. There you go. Don't say I never do nothing for you. I just did that. That was a big thing. It was a big move. Cool. Looks like a discount. Happy the 8 Ball. Happy the 8 Ball said, wait. Tracepotting. Gotcha. Your face covering prices. Gotcha. This opening is so sus. You're right, FD. It's well sus. Pertman, I like the way you're thinking. You're welcome, Sky. You're welcome. You're welcome, Hanzo, was it? Was it also? Yes, Hanzo asked too. When I join the LPSN board of directors, I will make Spooderman the company mascot. It's like the only company we don't need to change the name of when we run the world. Hey, nay puffin. Nay puffin. Nay puffin. I'm defining a petition to replace all stock market prices with Jamie's face. Holy shit, that would be bullish AF. Twala Doherty, thank you, you're welcome. Smila Kantas, good morning from Canada. Shout out to all my Canadian friends up there. You good old Canadians, huh? I love all Canadians apart from two. All Canadians are amazing apart from two. This weekend's LSPN memes were excellent. I loved the mix of Tom Hanks movies. Thanks, no doubt. It was from a secret member buried deep inside the community. Is he real? Is he a fake person so that I can't get in trouble with the authorities? Who the fuck knows? But whoever it is, they shared some of their positions there. And they were quite interesting. Didn't you think so? I thought so. They were in the videos. Did you not see? Maybe you should be watching more closely. Mind the gap. Mind it. As for the lawyer, I advise you not to promise to destroy market, rather just do it. Thank you, Durbomb. I like that. I mean, I'm always having a laugh. My neurons are firing. That reminds me of the sisters. What are they called? The sisters? You know, I got my alibi ready. I didn't know the gun was loaded. Yeah, I know, I shot my boss. I know, but I didn't realise the gun was loaded. It's the same alibi I always use. Shout out to all the corn people. That's right. Don't ever take your dog walking in the cornfield though, live people. Your face is covering prices. We were there already. Morning, Jamie. Thanks. You're the best. What do you think about today? I think it's nice and sunny. I think that it's a busy day. I've got a lot on, including crunch moment. A crunch moment coming on Wednesday. I, against all the fucking odds, managed to get an adjudication process going over something that could have literally destroyed my fucking life off camera here. Could have destroyed it. It was certainly very close to doing so. I had a very strong, immediate turn, and out of the heavens opened, and I got lucky as shit. As I so often do, I got so lucky. And Wednesday, I have half a chance to rescue this fucking shit thing that happened. Morning, Jamie. Thanks, you're the best. I am the best. What did you want to know about price? That's a big question. And, well, you know, you feel free to ask me in a way that titillates my tingly senses. Jimmy M. Earning, Captain Jack. I just figured out I was given a membership. Thanks to whoever gave it to me. Turkman, you'll have an email that shows who gave you. It might well have been Sarah Rera. Is Moas cancelled? Hello, Rick! Did you cancel it? Has Rick cancelled it? Rick, why would you do that? We're all here ready for it. What are you doing? Price is just filling the gap, you know. If price opens up and in the first 30 minutes goes into the gap, then, you know, I'm not going to fight the law. The law wins. The algo's going to push it there, right? So you just wait until it's done it. And then we get back in the mix. Greetings from Dublin. Happy things worked for you in your personal life. Thanks, whacking ya. Well, we'll see. Greetings from Dublin. Thanks very much. Big fan of Dublin. Do you know why it keeps getting bigger and bigger? I am half Irish. My parents are Irish, and I lived in Ireland for my most important years, where I developed a strong distrust of authority. I learned that borders are not real, and that sometimes people like to x-ray you in your car when you're on your way to school, just in case your single mum, your single 40-something-year-old mum, and you and your little brother are in case you're terrorists, they want to x-ray you in your car. You just stay there, it's fine, just stay there. Sold by your response. I will be buying the course. All right, Mr. Emperor. Mr. Emperor. He really is taking on that godlike outline now. Thank you very much. Good. That's a like there, and that's a like from me and a love from me. Let's celebrate the 20th super on a live stream. The 20th super on a live stream, everybody. Dun dun dun. That's fucking amazing. God Emperor, that's the 20th. That's fucking amazing. Why is it telling me these things now? I never used to get this information. That's amazing. Let's celebrate that, everybody. 20. Some people are watching along here and they're too stingy to chuck in a couple of bucks. They're like, oh, what does it matter if I chuck in a couple of bucks? It's like, well, there's hundreds and hundreds of people. It would make a difference to me. You know what I mean? Out here being goddamn entertaining all the time. You'd have to pay ticket price on the door. Fuckloads. I'd obviously be a charity event if I was doing this, and maybe I will one day, but it would be charging a lot of money, Ken. So we're here, we're getting this for free. We should all sit back and think, oh, that's horrific, possibly sinful. Let's kill this chap. Let's do stuff. Let's do that. Let's do that. Innit? There's also people who don't like me saying that. They hate it because they're commies. They don't think I should be paid for work. And the reason I'm here is because you're entertaining. You're the entertaining me side of the truth. Is that what's happening here? Katie, why? Hi. What's the prior break? Brick a love, bottom of the green band. The prior brick at the bottom of the green band. What do you mean there? This is a gap. This is a gap closed over here. I mean, I wouldn't look about and finding support on a 15-second time frame, because you'll go up and down through it, around it, come back above it, and have no idea where it is exactly. Oh, look at that. Fuck that, I just saw... Fuck that, man. What's going on with these charts? I mean, they're real charts. This is the price. Not that price is wrong. Bing bong price is wrong. Ah, it was that volume candle. Holy shit. Here comes the volume. These are buys. That's stopping power, and this is probably going to bounce. Place to make it back above 27.36. Bing, don't need that. Oh no, do I need that? Yeah, because if it doesn't get there, it'll come here. It'll come here, so it will. The 2618. But there's a very high chance it bounced there. This looks like stopping volume to me though. That's clearly bullishly divergent. It's time. It's now going to be the best buy of the day. If today is a bullish day, if this opening range, that's the first hour of price action, certainly the first 30 minutes. Some people say the first 2 hours, but it's like, where did you read that? You know, this is the sort of thing I have to deal with. People turn up and they're like, no spotter, the opening range is the first 2 hours. And I have to say, where did you read that? And then they tell me, and then I have to go and find this source that they're using, because they can't remember exactly. And then I have to show them why that's a stupid source. And then I have to say, look, now you've wasted both our time. Why didn't you just watch me in the first place? I will tell you the truth. I know the answers. So, like I say, opening range, if it's going to be positive, then this may well be the buy. I'm not saying you should buy it. I don't think anyone should buy GameStop. It's evil. It's an evil idea. You should stay well away from it. See, no flies on me, SEC. You know, we're all out here telling each other not to buy this shit. What do you like? So, key stats, earnings report, 86 days. You know, 86 days. What am I going to do for 86 days? I saw a guy talking about how it's so stupid. GameStop price doesn't have anything to do with earning. Doesn't have any. How can you say GameStop's share price has nothing to do with earnings? Of course it is. And it's like, no, it isn't. Every share price in the world, especially in this sort of with perhaps a pivot to tech, is about growth potential, which is why your earnings per share are multiplied. So you've got a multiplier depending on the sector, and then you've got an average multiplier from that sector, and GameStop's trying to pivot to a different focus. So clearly growth would be part of the narrative. Where's the growth coming from? Well, the billions and billions of dollars they've got, obviously. So people be like that, yeah, but I can see how many video games are sold on a disc per year, and everybody else is like, oh my god, would you shut up already? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm buying any of the fucking video games. I don't care about the video games. Shut up already with the video games. Price action, it went to where we said it would go to. Just probably bounces here. It could have well done it at the bottom of that gap. We had the volume. Now volume's starting to pick up at that area. That's a strong bounce. It's a trade spot in line. Now you get back into the gap, you're also recovering at 236. To go back and close it to the golden pocket, test that 200 exponential, 200 simple, you'd be going from the 236 to the golden pocket. So you don't need this guy anymore. The Rocky Outcrop toolkit, also available with the flash, comes free on his Patreon. Check it out. There's shitloads of things on the toolkit. I've only got the very few here, like as you can see. You could have like Midget Cloud. Right, see, this is the thing, people complain about stuff costing money, but TradingView costs money. This chart platform costs money, and there's tiers, and you have to pay more and more if you want to add lots of indicators, like more than 2 or something. Whereas you just add this one from Rocky, and then you get fucking every good one, and you get a guy who'll tell you which work with each other and strategies to use with it. So, you know, complain at me all you like, right? I don't give a fuck. I make my money from trading. This is tools to help people. They're tools to help people, and they help me make lots of money. I use them. So don't argue with me, or I'll think you're a fanny. Price is bouncing, like we said. Do you want to check the momentum? Yeah, it's much higher or low. It needs to get back above the 236 to confirm this as a low, because price needs to move significant distance in it. So there it is, back above the center line. At this point, you've got the bearish divergence, so you have to hope there's a turnaround in price. You've got a W on the bottom, which is a reversal formation. You're testing that 236, and you're testing that 50 simple. Hello everybody, we're testing that 50 simple now. You just need to move back above that, and you'll be tracing the top side of the gap now. Okay, I'm making it exciting. I mean, I'm trying over here.
I'm trying over here. I'm just trying to make it exciting over here.
I hope that's not foreshadowing. Here's your 236. Get back above it, yo. Alright, price. Price, I'm going to come over there and glitch. I'm going to come over there and glitch. Glitch. All over you, price. All over your price. I'm going to go over there and glitch all over your price. So the question today is, do I do this video all day and keep price entertained all day, telling you where it's going at every moment, which would be fantastically helpful for people who are maneuvering and managing and working around their trades, would be? Or do I dive off and do some of the important jobs I've got to do ahead of this crucial meeting on Wednesday, which is critical to my life, and if I don't do it now, I'll have to do it when I should be asleep, and I need my beauty sleep? Or do I dive off and instead work on the presentation tonight about market halts and the discussion in the Discord? Or do we postpone everything on behalf of GameStop because it explodes to the moon and nobody cares about market halts anymore? What? That's the question I pose myself. Tough decision. You're right, Luke. It's a tough decision. GameStop, let's go. You know, price, make my mind up for me. Maybe you need to crowdsource your problem. Yo, Renew! I do. I need to crowdsource my problem. So, has anyone got £1/3 of £1,000,000 that they just want to give me? That would fix my problem. Like, that's the cost of the problem. It's £1/3 of £1,000,000. I thought it was £1/4 of £1,000,000. At which point I was like, well, go ahead and wreck me then. Go on then. I'll slide down here and you wreck me. Fucking company. And they were like, yeah, well, no, we sent a dude to look at the place below, and it's gone up. And it's like, well, fucking, you'd already fucked me, so what difference does it make? What's an extra 70 grand between friends, really? So, I mean, I don't know if I can crowdsource that. I don't think I could burden you. I don't think I can burden you with that. Nor do I want your $2 in order to get out of that problem. Though, stay, guys, give him 100. Yo, thank you very much. Appreciate Banking Pancake. Mr. Banking Pancakes. Thank you for that support. 3rd super chat live on a stream. Woo! Price, you're above a 236. I like it. Like I said, I like it. I like you. I think we've got something going here, you know, a real connection. I think we could really go somewhere. Something special, you know. You can't manage to make it back above a 236. I will stop liking you, Price. I will start ghosting you. I'll start ghosting you. Sugar. Frige. Why are we saying sugar? Why are we saying sugar, Frige? Thanks for the membership, you two. Somebody got your membership, you lucky fucking thing. Oh, it's not right now, it was previous. Good to see you. Thanking people, thanks. Thanks for trying to argue with TradeSpotting masochists. Fancy trying to argue with TradeSpotting masochists. The fuckers out here, they're fucking, they've got like words in their policies, and you're like, that word doesn't mean that, and they're like, so sue me, and you're like, you know that that's difficult because you've just given me this bill here, this bill over here, so you know that's difficult. And I know as part of my policy I've got legal insurance so that I can use lawyers, but I can't use, the only stipulations I can't use them to sue you guys. It's like, why did you not tell me that? And they're like, oh, well, it's obvious. Like, not fucking obvious. It's not obvious at all. It's not obvious at all, you cheeky not monkeys. Shorts closed pre-market and now reshorting, or is this a paper hand fear? Yo, Hansel, shorts closed pre-market. That would be buying, and now they're reshorting. No, price doesn't only go down because people are shorting it. The most common reason that price will go down is because people aren't buying it. People can buy it and buy it and buy it and only buy it, right? The only action on the markets can be a buy. For every buy, there's a sell, so it'll have to already be on the book. And that's the way it works, right? It's there on the books, and they want price to go down. But they don't need to open a short position or close one or do anything. They just need to put their money on the books. And they put so much money on the books there that they're not actually actions, right? They're just leaving the money there. And you're trying to buy the price, and you buy it, and it doesn't take everything away at that dollar value. So those all persist there, and that becomes a resistance. And some people might say that's a sell wall, right? And that sell wall is sitting on top of price. And you buy it, and you buy it, and you buy it, and eventually you run out of money because you've not got infinite money. And then you stop buying it, and if no one's buying it at that price, and there's nothing in there underneath, on, say it's for sale at 27.15, right? And you keep buying it and keep buying it, you run out of money, and then you can't buy it at 27.14. Well, they just put their orders in at 27.14 now, and you're starting to buy it, you're buying at 27.14 until such times as that person runs out of money or decides they don't want it anymore, and then they stop buying it. And when there's no orders hitting the books at 27.13, they jump in there, and you know, sometimes they're quite sneaky. And what they'll do is they'll jump 2 or 3 bits down at once. As soon as that opens up, they'll stick it in there and they'll stick shitloads of orders. So they're not actually, you know, committing to market orders. They are providing the other side of the trade. And any ticker in any market suffers under the weight of its own gravity because of the nature of price. There's always someone willing to close that spread, to exploit that capital opportunity with regards to alternative investment markets and shifting a bit of risk here or there of their overall position. And if it is that they need to every so often do a little bit of a market order, just to buy and sell between friends. I'll buy it off you and sell it back to you for cheaper if you buy it off me and sell it back to me for cheaper, and we can just do that for a while, and then people will call it like short ladder attacks, and then we'll go on the internet and ridicule them for their vernacular and their parlance they use when talking about stocks so that they feel stupid. As part of a short distort campaign, we'll release articles into the media which cost, let's face it, like 150 blabs to 350 blabs per article on huge worldwide websites that have got tens of thousands of eyes on them. We'll do that as prices falling. We'll have internet forums and areas all around the world with people in there which will be not on our behest, but perfectly naturally we'll want to discuss negative aspects to the stock. That'll also have an implications for the general culture surrounding this stock. And we'll be able to then set up a trading desk that exploits opening range volatility so that we can create that gravity on price way more than is naturally actually available there for people regarding this stock. And then they'll all change their mind, shit their bricks, turn into paper-handed fannies and sell their shares to us, which is exactly what we need because we shorted it more than was available, which is what we always do, because despite how good we are at maths, we is a little bit dum-dums. A little bit dum-dums, we got the old F7 on the go, and we were going to locate those shares. I swear, Governor, I was going to locate them. I just thought I'd get round to it in a moment. I was going to go and locate those shares, but then I got high. I was going to do it. I swear I was going to locate those shares, but then I got high. I wish I was good at maths. Katie, you think that, right? But then you wouldn't be Katie, who we all know isn't good at maths. You'd be someone else, and you'd not be being yourself. You wouldn't be authentic. You wouldn't be living your true life. You could walk around doing sums all day, and you'd be a big fakey. Scudburger debating on buying right now, but I don't know how it'll go in the next 2 weeks with Rowan Kitty's positions expiring on the 21st. Kevin Ha, good to see you. I very much doubt he's just going to let his positions expire. If he does, then price will have to be above his strike. So I don't think he'll just let them expire. I don't think he's out here burning money. That's what people talk about, They're like, he was deliberately stupid on his live stream. No, he wasn't. That's so offensive. It's so offensive, and it's the people who don't know what's going on, often what they'll do is they'll talk in double speak, and they'll have double think followed by double speak. And if that fails, then they'll chuck in some whataboutery, and it's quite offensive to say that he was deliberately being stupid to make people think he was stupid. That's not what was happening. He was having a laugh because he's a degenerate like yourself. He's a YOLO trader, and so what if he has a plan and he's sticking to it? That doesn't mean that he has to wear a neck attire, sit there in a suit and tie, brush his hair the way people want, and do what anyone fucking tells him. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to enjoy himself. He's true to himself. You saw his chair, right? His chair. Did you not see his chair? He's in the same chair, which is torn and ripped and fallen to bits. It's destroyed, right? Like my shoes, they're a bit fucked, but I like them, so I wear them, right? I have other shoes that are newer, but I don't like them, so I don't wear them as much, right? Usually I only wear them when I'm taking my mum out for like a scone or something, so that she doesn't say, Jamie, can't you stop wearing those fucking shoes? And that's what he's doing too. He's like, nah, I like this chair, and I like acting this way, and I like being myself, and I like doing it here in public and expressing that in a confident way. And so what? He's just having a laugh and being funny. He's not acting stupid. He wasn't deliberately trying to seem unsophisticated. He was just having a nice show, doing a good wee show there. It was fun, right? And what it really does is he's ridiculing those people who sit there and they're like, oh no, you have to be more serious, Spotter. People aren't going to take you serious, if you don't do some bollocks that serious people do, fit our expectations already. No, thank you, just fuck off already. And that's what he's like too. He was in a Game of Thrones chair. Colin, he was in his gaming chair. I'm getting a phone call. Pardon me, I shall be right back. Yeah, I do. Yes, of course. Rich has got his thing and it goes in the lift. And then it can go in this. Rich has got the storage room there, and I've got the pram store here, and we got you, don't worry about it. What are they like though, eh? Bunch of fucking fannies. What class is it? On it, you're going to drive it down here. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Well, we'll try and get it in the pram store. I'll try and see if I can chuck some shit out and push it in there. I'm sure we'll be able to do it if we, you know, use our huge brains. Okay, no rush, I'm doing a show on the interwebs anyway. Aye, you know, fucking the bastards and all. You know those fucking short hedge funds. I know you. Alright, cool, good one. Love you, bye. Haha, price! Hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I had my dad on the phone. What have I missed in the chat box? Ho ho ho. Where did I get to? There it was. Yo, thanks very much, Bacon Pancakes. Appreciate that, sir. Back test to 236. If you bounce there, that's good. Is it about the water damage? Hello, kitties never die. That phone call was not about the water damage. That was my dad, who's got some other issue with some dickheads. You know, they're everywhere. This is the thing, right? Doesn't matter how old you get, how rich you get, where you go to live in life, they're always somewhere within about 6 feet. You're never further than 6 feet from some fucking dickhead. Thanks for the membership, says Y2 Rimmel. Much better than posting bananas in the bud pics. Much better than bananas in the bum. Way better. Way better. Sorted. He's upset. Why Sorted upset? You gotta keep that guy happy. Feckin' get up and move up and god damn it, you're right. You're welcome, Vito. It was Luke Spears. Have no fears. Mr. Luke Spears. GameStop drags back down to 26. I'm buying. Y'all agree? No, but it's your money. Why? Where buy, bro? Where buy, bro? Where buy, bro? Depends what your objective is. You know, every buy will be determined by your risk management strategy, which is in part dictated by your take profit zone and your capital exposure. So if I don't know those things, nor the edge you're using, it's difficult for me to give you tailored advice. That's not a cop-out. I can tell you where price is going. In short term, I can tell you where in long term it would probability of it making to certain areas, depending on the conditions at the time. I can tell you all these sort of things. But at that point, it's like walking into a shop and asking for free shit. And as far as I know, a sandwich costs $8. And if a sandwich costs $8, then surely that means what I'm doing is worth like $800, right? Because it's at least worth 100 sandwiches. I don't know, is that a good way of working shit out? It would have previously been fine, right? You're the sandwich maker and you want to trade, you'd be like, here, spotter, here's 100 sandwiches. And I'd say, wow, that's so very generous of you. Here's a really good trade setup. And he'd say, huh, it's a cucumber and tuna sandwich and I don't have any mayonnaise. And I'd say, take it back. Whereby, bro, I'm you. Kevin Ha, I've read your name out before. What do you mean new? Support level? There's that green line down there, mate, at the minute on the previous bounce. If you're talking long term, different time frames, whatnot, that's also where the gap closed here, so it's resistance there. You know, and this would all be wick on the time frame that counts. So we're trying to see it make a move from here, really, until such times as it loses this area. A lot of volume on this push. Anyway, cut back to the chat box. Mic drop. Actually new, so why should I buy at 26? I've read your name before. Shouldn't buy. Why shouldn't I buy at 26 if I'm new? Well, if price goes to 16 bucks and then 10 bucks, you'll be underwater. And there's an opportunity cost along with a capital cost to that situation, because you can't then put all your money in at 16 and 10. So, I mean, the question isn't if you're new, but it's like, well, I anticipate price going up, and this is Kevin Ha here. If you're thinking to yourself, Kevin, I have X amount of money, let's call it $500, and I think that, you know, price is going to move to the top side, you know, it's going to move to the top side, so I don't know when that's going to happen or if it'll go lower. Maybe you put in a proportion of that money. Now, I'm not saying this is what I would do or what you should do, and this certainly isn't financial advice, and it's not a cop-out again, it's not a cop-out. I'm not actually advising you to do this. I'm just explaining the answer to Kevin's question, which is like, why should or shouldn't I buy at that level? And if your perspective is price is going to go up, I think that this price now is good value, and you have a timeline on your expectations, then you might think, well, I'll get a little bit at 26, and then maybe $100 worth, and then if it drops to 60, I'll spend another, you know, $200 on it, at which point you'll have got twice as much at 16 as you did at 26, which means that you'll bring your entry point down to 22. At $22, you'll then be thinking, I've got a better value entry than I did at 26. I'm able to do that because I kept some powder dry, and if it moves to the top side from here, I'll be benefiting to a greater percentage of my position. If it never gets down to 16, then at least you got something, and should it move to the top side, find support and go on from there, you can also buy it there, right? You know, a lot of people think like, well, I've clicked the button now, so that's me done. Or, well, as when I click the button, that's my buy, and that's it. And I can only add if price goes down. But you can add if price goes up, right? Your thesis is long. If price is traveling in your intended direction, that means the probability of you being right has increased, right? Rainy today, rainy tomorrow. Trust me, I live in Scotland. That's fucking absolute fact. There's that 200 period moving average. It can't meet us. It can't meet us because it was worried about us. It's like we're its little daughter and we've gone on a date, and, you know, it's like, I don't trust anyone nowadays. I'm going to go and meet price and find out how it's doing. And it turns up on the date and it's like, come back home already. And you're like, oh God, shit, how embarrassing. 200 period moving averages here. Fuck. You know, embarrassing you in front of all your friends. So yeah, you might be doing that, Kevin, you know, and then price might get down to 10, right? I'm not saying this is going to happen, obviously. God, so many disclaimers. The internet nowadays, it's just disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. And then you'll be thinking, well, it gets to 10 bucks, I'll spend my remaining $200, bringing my entry down to $18 and change. And then resistance might have been up at around those 22 or 26, you know, that's why we would have been waiting and looking at it and seeing it pause there. Maybe it gets back up there and you're able to divest some of your position so that you've got more capital again, and that lower entry made you able to reduce your overall average entry, and when price got back up to that area, you were able to then sell a little bit of what you owned so that you had that little bit of capital back, so that should price start moving back up again, you can invest in a positive trend if you wanted, right? That's if you're a total YOLO degenerate, you would go back in again. You could also just be happy with what you got there. right? You got to live within your means, right? And you can only act with experience if you have been there, done it, right? So you're going to have to, and you can't act with experience if you've already spent all your fucking money, right? So, we all want to be rich, but if you're taking trades and putting everything you own into that trade, or even your entire portfolio into one move, then why would you do it all in one go? Really, why would you do it all in one go? You don't know the future. You don't know where price is going. You're not able to manage that position. Why would you do it all in one go, right? Because you're so obsessed with the idea you might miss out on something. You're so greedy and fearful of not getting what you want. You're so afraid of not getting what you want because you're such a baby. Because you're a baby. Then don't trade. This is a serious environment. It's one of the most competitive jobs in the world. It attracts the people who've got a real fighting spirit, who're desperate to win all the time. It fucking brings people like me to the market, and I'll destroy you if you're on the wrong side of the trade from me. You don't fuck around, alright? This is fucking serious shit here. The markets control everything that goes on in the world. You think there's somebody out there with their hand on the wheel? I've said this before, that makes you an idiot, alright? That makes you an idiot. Fuck's sake, man. You don't spend all your money in one shop, do you? Huge fan of Pound Stretcher. Everyone skinned from buying it $40 last week, says Adam Pierce. Well, you weren't fucking listening to me, eh? You weren't fucking listening to me then. Said buying it with $10. Remember? $10. We spoke about it for 3 years. Say that, it's 4 years. We said buy it at $10 for 4 years. And then it got to $10. And we were like, that might be a good buy. That at $10. That might be it. At $10. Why are you all buying it at 40 plus, for God's sake? You know what I mean? Why? Is it because you don't trust me? In which case, the fuck, man? Honestly, guys. The question is, how much clout does Kitty have for those options? Well, he's got 29 million. He said he didn't have any other positions. So the implication isn't how much money does he have to exercise them. We assume he's got 29 million. We go on what we know, rather than just say, well, what do we not know? Because maybe there's an answer in here that'll help us. Instead we say, well, this is what we do know, and we're not going to imagine information, because we could imagine that TradeSpot has been speaking to the guy, and we'll just give him the money to exercise his options because I want to see the guy do well, right? Does it sound like I'm in a position to do that? No, but we can just imagine that stuff. But that doesn't help us, sir. But Mr. Bobby the Butcher, that doesn't help us, GameStop is a cruel game. GameStop is a cruel game, you cruel, cruel mistress. Gavin, I just bought a bunch at 27.08. Skodberger bought them at 27.08, so he's in the money on that trade. Bounced on the long-term trend line, says Bacon Pancakes. Bounced on the long-term trend line. That sounds nice and convenient. Is for sure. I was watching Ruin Curtis during the stream. So was I, sir. I was also watching him. Don't forget to mention hedging. Absolutely pickledy. Pickledy-do. Pickly-diddly-dee-do. Waddly-diddly-dee. Market maker hedging. This is a particular phrase that is only ever used in the context of a gamma squeeze, because market makers don't hedge. They don't delta hedge. They earn delta neutral, and they don't earn delta neutral. They're often taking directional trades, and that's because they have to, because they're facilitating a bid spread price at an area that's way above the natural or way below the natural, and as such they know that they're accumulating a position which is going the other direction. So then they meet that with option contracts. They very rarely bother doing it with delta neutral with underlying shares. And so the idea of there being a gamma squeeze, right, that's only possible if it's on a ramp and it's over a series of expiries, and Roaring Kitty's options are all for one expiry. So the conversation is not accurate out there. It's not accurate at the minute. It's not accurate at the minute, guys. The conversation out there. It's not accurate. Oh, it's not accurate. It's not accurate. We was going to locate those shares, but I got high. Exactly, Freeze. Just true. I am going to go and locate those shares, but then I got high. We all got high. Fucking did nobody locate them? Guys, shit. We all just got high. Nobody located those shares. Do you know how much trouble we're in? This is the most popular retail stock in the world. Right? What if they do what happened to Tesla? What if we do what we did with Volkswagen? Oh guys, you got high, you ruined our lives. That's why it's on you. Only you, Kevin. Yes, your fault, Kevin. The price has to be above 25.60 for Kitty to be in the money on his calls, I think. So we will probably go there sooner or later. In the money means that the price of the underlying is trading for more than your expiry. Those contracts can be in the money, but you can still be losing money if your premium plus the cost of those contracts isn't higher than the current price of the cost of the strike price on this contract isn't lower than the current price of the stock itself. So being profitable on your individual options trades is not the same as being in the money. Okay? Okay? Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Absolutely pickled. I scrapped the idea of Keith joining the board. Even 17 million shares don't make 5%. You know, he doesn't need to own 5% of shares to be on the board. He could get a job. You know, he could get a job there. I just don't know if he wants that, but he could do. Could do. Market makers hedging depending on the price and the interest of calls and puts at each strike. The amount of shares and the market maker needs to hedge is the delta. Aye. Right. Okay, but the terminology we use with market makers isn't hedging. They trade delta neutral, potentially, and yes, they use option contracts to do that as opposed to necessarily locating shares. Not that you need, not that you can legally use an option contract in place of a locate, but you can get an option contract knowing that you could later convert it into shares and then you'd have your shares and then you would have had your locate, right? Which is why the F7 button is used so often. So, yes, but we don't talk about market makers as hedging, right? That's because hedging suggests that they have a directional bias, which they're covering with a hedge. You cover a hedge and you go delta neutral because then you're still able to exploit an asymmetric risk opportunity, which means that should price go in one direction rather than another, that benefits you, right? So that's what market makers aren't actually doing. They're trying to close the spread to get that liquidity to make some money. If they're part of a directional hedge fund, maybe they're being exploited in that role. Maybe. Yeah, but we don't talk about market makers as hedging because they don't initially open directional trades. They provide liquidity. Ostensibly, right? This is the parlance that we use. Delta hedging. Delta hedging is what we describe about people who take directional trades, right? So you'll be taking a directional trade that say it cost you 1,000 shares and you're going long and it cost you $20. And your delta hedging will be taking option contracts, right? Delta hedging is taking option contracts to hedge against your directional trade as insurance in case it goes against you. And you'll typically do it in a way that means that you buy premium. So you're either buying a put or a call in order to hedge against your directional trade, which means the cost of the insurance is way less than the cost of your directional trade. But should price go against you, you're covered for that same equivalent loss using that cheaper insurance. And that's the delta that you're managing, right? Guys, he was in the Game of Thrones chair, says Colin. Yo, we're back. I'm back here. This is it. The full circle moment has arrived. Orange guy, he only bought short-dated calls twice ever on Gamestop for January the 21st and now June the 24th. He knows something we don't. Maybe he has access to info that a normal retail trader can't access. If that's true, then he's doing something illegal. and that accusation won't be appreciated by him. Just like he wouldn't appreciate it hearing everyone think that he was acting deliberately stupid on his show. Just so that they can then say he would only act deliberately stupid because then he knows something other people don't know. And this is a long way about accusing him of something. I know that we don't mean to, but that's what it would be doing. And he doesn't know something that a normal retail trader can't access. He doesn't, because that would be illegal to trade on that information. So he doesn't, right? And he's way too smart to trade on that information, right? Like, for example, sometimes it may be true that people tell me shit that I can't trade. You know, I can't trade. I might be able to put the information out there to the greater world, but I can't act on it. So if I know that it's not publicly available information. So if he does know something that the public don't know, then he can't trade it, and he wouldn't be silly enough to do it. He certainly wouldn't be putting hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. So he doesn't know something that public traders don't know, because it has to be public information. And that's not like, well, somebody told him, so now it is public. That's not the way it works. It has to be officially released data. Otherwise, it's still insider knowledge, and he's not allowed to trade on it. Boom. Mute yourself, says Victor Bardos. Victor, how you doing, buddy? June 21st? Not June 24th? Not June 21st? It's June 21st. Yes, June 21st. It says June 2024, I think he means, and January 2021, as opposed to the day of the month. He's talking about the year. I'm very, respond with like quite strong categorical answers, don't I? It's an attempt to be helpful and level up the chat. Not necessarily because the person I'm responding to in that moment has got it wrong or isn't being accurate enough. But my primary concern is that people who listen along don't necessarily understand what you're saying at all times. So if I'm going to add value, then often I think it's best done in the most effective ways, as I just did there. So that's what I've been doing. Expensive show, Bobby the Builder. It was an expensive show he did, but then... yeah. He got a lot of criticism for it, A lot of criticism for a lot of quarters for his show. Bobby the Butcher. I meant June 2024 and January 2021. Cheers, Orange Guy, for the clarification. Do you know the premium he paid, Orange Guy? They're teaching folks how to buy DJT at rallies starting this weekend. Can you please cover that and the fact that Trump is going after shorts himself? For fucking, if you pay me, Jard, right? If you pay me, I'll talk about an incendiary stock like that, which alienates half of America and gets half to like me. Yeah, if you pay me, I'll do it. Would your hero Trump do it for free? No, he'd do it at a rally where he's convincing you to buy his company. So would I fucking do that? I've already made multiple videos on DJT. I made a video when it went up hundreds of % and made people fuckloads of money. I made it for free and got fuck all thanks for it. So that's a stock that when you talk about it, you piss some people off, and I've done a better coverage of it of literally anyone else on planet Earth. And if you don't believe that, I'll fucking prove it to you, right? And when I do prove it to you, I want you to get down on your hands and knees, or you just at least bend over, put your head between your legs and kiss your own arse and say, thank God for trade spotting, right? And then, how can Trump go after the shorts? Like, he literally can't do anything to go after. I mean, the only thing he can do is buy insider. He can buy more of his own company, thereby creating an inflection on the short dynamic. And but nobody's going to be convinced that he's doing that for true value purposes. They'll all see it as a play against shorts, and they'll say then, who's he going to sell to when price moves to the top side, right? And this is the thing, like, you have to actually believe a company's got something behind it going somewhere if you've got that much liquidity that you're adding to the position. You have to. That's the way it is. So we can hear you, bro. Me? Man, you talking to me? We can hear you, bro. Am I so far back in the chat box I was asking if I was muted by then? Ethan, I wish I could find a nice chair, one that isn't uncomfortable and doesn't fall apart after a couple of years. It shouldn't be that difficult. Mine's falling apart for no reason. Yeah. You've been trading too much. That's what it is. I don't, but he bought them when we dropped from 80 down to 17. You can tell by the open interest. You know, I made a video that came out this morning that said where he bought his shares at and his option contracts. Like this morning, I made a video that showed where he did it, why he did it there. Me faint. Anything from Herman Miller is built to last. I've had my Aeron for 10 years and it's a rock solid. Yeah, I've got a Herman Miller as well. Rocky got it for me for my birthday day. My birthday day. It's pretty good. But at the minute, this is my chair, you know? Little beach effort. It's that kind of house. Fucking... Me saying, yo, good advice there from Will. Hotline bling Jamie, that's what it is. If it was 20 plus 2 deal standard stuff, Orange Guy, what are you talking about? Kevin Ha, please don't let other people make your trading decisions for you. It was less than $6, Bobby the Butcher. What was? Personally, I think there is... Oh shit, I've gone away past it all. Shout out Herman Miller, darn tootin'. We'd also did a trade on Herman Miller. Did you see that? It was amazing. You were far back on the chat and we wanted to inform you that we can hear your phone call. All right, thanks. Thank you. I've had my eye on... Did you enjoy it? It was a funny phone call. Well, RK's married to the Muffin Man. Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Is it not the gingerbread man that he was married to? You're constantly adding value, TraceBot, and thank you very much, L. Baker Matthews. Go in to win 29 months. Bing bong. Sup, Jamie? What are the most important price targets right now? They're the ones that people want to buy it at, sir. Nicholas Dull, thank you, TraceBot, for catching all the flack for him. So silly to assume that he has insider trading knowledge. You think that guy with the zombie bandages knows something we don't? Holy shit, I am now the double, what is it when it's double speak? What's that? Quadruple speak. Is there like a quadruple speak thing? What's that? Does he know the Muffin Man? He's married to the gingerbread man. No, he is a gingerbread man. And he's married to the Muffin Lady. Do your motivational speech, please. Country Joe. There was a great show. There was a great wee bit at the start of this show that I thought would be quite motivating, off the cuff. You know, real trade spotting drill into you there at the start of the show. Some people might, it's like I feel like a fucking performing donkey out here. It's 27 cents, no wonder he did that. I'm going to go back to the light on my head, the bandages on my face, and the plasters all over me, wearing the sunglasses in the middle of the day, if people don't stop asking me to do tricks. Some might think that makes 25.67 a sort of floor price. What do you mean ceilings and floor, you crazy lunatic, Mr. Luke Spears? It's 27.70 now, Luke Dill. I'm going back in the chat box, up the way. Some people might think it that, I want another 200 shares at $27, please. Somebody please send me a shares. Please, please, $27. I mean, if it comes down, it'll be at... I mean, you might want that at a cent higher. You might want it at 27.01. Cody Reynolds, good observation. That's a morning average crossover, a moving average crossover. Discord.com. Look, there's an invite. You total smart chap there. Bad Mama Jamma sharing the link to the... Are in the money. If the stock is above $20, his position is in profit. If the price is above 25.67, bloody hell, excellent value from Mr. Luke